recording going, so we'll see if I get a notification or not.
Indeed.
So far, I haven't gotten a notification. Oh, I guess it would help if I was on the right channel. Okay, there. Alright, let's see if we can hear ourselves. Yep. Okay. You ready? You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alphino. Recruiting the realm. We'll probably just record an hour so I can go to bed. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the 7th Austral Era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together in a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation according to the Scions. It is my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true, border-spanning Grand Company, 'tis yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey and tend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the bringer of light and his discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Lamensa. Let's rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. I just came from Limsa Lamensa. And now I gotta go back? How dare you, sir? Alright. To Limsa Lamensa.
The lower decks. One or more party members were unable to teleport. That's because we're not in the same place.
Yee.
That's why.
We in the same place, but not the same place.
We are out the same city, just not the same room.
Ooh, break it down for me.
Yeah.
One time.
We in the same country, but we ain't in the same room. We're in the same city, but we ain't in the same.
Where you going?
Oh, I don't know actually.
You always do that AoE when you try to sprint.
Oops, sorry.
No, you ain't gotta pause that. It's funny. Ah, there you are. I'm ready to ascend to the bridge and speak with Admiral Bluefiswin. What?
Daddy, why is your hair like that?
I changed it.
I don't really like it.
I don't care. I
Fine.
like it.
Okay, whatever.
While the Admiral and I are finalizing promissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. And you needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are popular with sufficient candidates to suit our purposes. Once you are satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter and we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. Hi, sir. Let's see.
Let's go over here.
Hmm?
To go meet the Admiral. No,
Now we gotta go down to the drowning wench.
you mean where you become a Arcanist?
No.
Your main Arcanist quest? Yeah.
Nope.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
The
not.
Drowning Wrench is where you not become an Arcanist, but that's your main thing for it.
Nope.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
It's your main quest then.
I wouldn't
How
lie
about
to you.
Yes, it is. This guy over here. This guy right here.
You said Arcanist.
I know, Arcanist.
He's the main scenario quest person.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said Arcanist. Main Arcanist person.
When you become an Arcanist, that's your main scenario quest.
Well, even if you become a Marauder, that's your main scenario quest.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's
If you do Marauder, if you do Arcanist. Okay, we need to talk to this person up here. Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Oh,
You not see me?
you were on my map for some reason. Oh, I'm not looking. Okay, here we go. An organization with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity? I must say, your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens will know that there's a time to act and a time to watch. And I'm afraid this child company of yours falls into the latter category. So he ain't joining. See over here? This is the Marauder Guild right here.
Mm-hmm.
See the flag up there? 2 axes. There's also 2 guns. So people thought that there was going to be a gunner job, but it never happened. And gonna go up here and talk to Rainer.
You mean retainer? Looks
Sure.
like a retainer.
Master Alpha knows new organization? Yes, I've heard the formation of his trial company was in the offing. Just with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limps and Lamenta must needs receive my full attention. So he ain't joining either.
Nobody's gonna join, are they?
How dare you!
Maybe we should record with Mama's character and your character.
Mm-mm. Why?
For funsies, so they can see him.
Maybe once or twice. I ain't trying to start the story all the way over. We have to go through all that stuff again. You have to do all the dungeons again, everything.
Okay.
You want to do all that again on recording? It's taking us 30 videos to get this far. It's going to take us another 30 videos.
Yay!
No, don't yay. Roswin. Eh? Who in the bloody hells do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate. not some solid knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fop, try knocking on that dandy Caravalane's door. Caravalane's door. We already talked to him. He said no. Who is gonna join us?
Oops. Sorry. I accidentally did AoE instead of sprint.
You can run ahead of me if you want to.
Oh no, I was wondering where you were at. You were like way behind me. When I actually looked, I was like, oh.
A precursor to a United Eorzea Grand Company? While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at Naldic and Vimelis keep me close to the forge. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armorer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. You said no too! Who is gonna join us?
Nobody.
I'm gonna cry to my mama. Who?
I'm mad. That's why I did my AoE. Wait, where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Accidentally. This is how mad I am. I'm so mad I cracked the ground. Whoa! Oh, my sprint went off.
Let me guess, you're gonna say no too. Rael. Well, if it ain't Sock, you remember who he is?
No.
He's the one that helped us with Titan. When we had to whistle, he's the one who showed us where the crystal was for Titan. You remember where we had to whistle in the different places?
Oh, right.
Yeah. Well, if it ain't Sock and Katara, I'd not forget a adventurer brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcut into Tidus's bedchamber. You remember old Rael, don't you? Formerly of the Company of Heroes. 3 whistles at Bronze Lake. Aye, it ain't often I drag me so-and-so out to Limsa for a drink, but I'm right glad I did. How fare you these days? You're looking to put together a new crew? Top tier work? Ha! Sounds like a right lark it does. Alrighty lad, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into me grave just yet. Yay, we got one!
Let's go. Let's go.
Woo, teamer! Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Let's teleport. Make it easy.
Okay. Oh, wait, Daddy. We could have just went to an Ethernet thing.
There's not one nearby. So what you'll do once you load is you'll click the main Aetheryte and go to Airship Landing. It's the very bottom one. I knew you were sleepy. You're sleepy, ain't you?
No.
But you're yawning.
No, I did. I was just getting all the hot air out of my hot air.
Sokka, your recruiting went well, I trust. I'm curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa Lamensa. Ah, a member of the legendary Company of Heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintances of such an elusive character. I, too, was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seatsier proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nafika's altar. Well, shoot, since we're over here, let's go ahead and take us an airship. Purchase passage to Gridania. 120 gil. That's cheaper, too.
What do you mean it's cheaper?
It's cheaper than teleport.
Oh.
Let's see how much it would cost to teleport. As soon as I finish loading. It would cost... Oh, no. Oh, I'm already here. Never mind. I thought you had to go up and... Oh, I got the skip.
I'm still loading.
That's okay. I'm waiting on you. There you are. It would have cost $431 a gil.
But I'm glad we did the airship. That's like super cheap.
Yeah,
compared to how much it was.
Actually, more than cut it in half.
It's like a quarter of it.
So we'll touch the main crystal and go to Conjurer's Guild.
You mean Conjurer's Guild?
Yep. I love how I say a word and then you re-say the word in the wrong way.
Are you being sarcastic or for real?
Sarcastic.
Of course you are.
Where you going?
Going to... Oh.
I just said use the Conjurer Guild teleport. I didn't say we're going there. My audience with the Elder Seats here is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. Let's do this, Leroy Jenkins!
If you make the same noise, you're gonna cut out. Like this.
If you wake up Journey.
No, I didn't even do it loud.
Mm-hmm. Sounded loud to me. I could hear you all the way in the room.
Oh, we're like right next to each other.
Journey's closer to you than I am.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
You remember this guy?
No.
Hey, why you all up in his grill?
Oh, sorry.
He's the dude who betrayed Gridania to work for the Garlands, and we beat him up and put him in jail right before we saved the cabbage leader from the spider. Yeah. Oh gods, can it truly be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Eh? Could it be that you don't remember me? It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscudderns. Which one should we pick? Yes, now I remember?
Yeah,
or
yes.
Who?
Yes, now I remember.
Okay. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if jail had changed me more than I realized. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognized after my shameful conduct. The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? And what is your policy on reformed convicts? As matters stand, the Woodwellers will have not more to do with me. This may be just the second chance I was looking for. Revenant's toll, you say? I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I'm a changed man.
No, you're not.
We'll see. We'll see how that works.
Yeah, we'll just see.
Hopefully he's a changed me.
I hope. But if he's not, we about to might have to beat his booty up again.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be like this mad.
I'm looking. Do it again.
I'll be like this mad.
Tear everything up, huh?
I know, right? I'm gonna give him a dragon kick. I'm gonna give him a twin stakes, and I'm gonna give him a demolish.
Nice. Aliane. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. Do you remember who these people are?
No. No.
Okay, they're from the beginning. When we first did those first 3 dungeons, you remember that group that tried to beat us to the dungeon and they all got killed?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they were also there, but they were outside. And they're the ones who told us that they all got killed. This old man. Terribly sorry, we were just... Oh, Sokka, isn't it? It has been some time since our paths crossed outside Copper Bell Mines. See?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, they got killed to death in the mines. Those other party. Why, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then, but look how far you've come. Mother Mione tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome black wolf, and now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order. Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur safely home. He wanted to be a adventurer again, but he's too old. He threw his back out. He still tries though.
What do you mean threw his back out? What does that mean? Broke it?
Yeah, you can like mess your back up when you get older.
Well, you can be a senior adventurer.
Oh, hold up. Skipped one.
How dare you? I'm over here following you, trusting you, and you skip something.
Well,
oh, this is the guy. This is
who?
Is this the guy who was talking to us before about the girl trying to rip off everyone's faces because she got her face ripped off?
Yeah. You're so funny.
What?
That's right.
What?
Yeah. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions? I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young master, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land.
Yep. Daddy, why'd you laugh?
I was laughing at how you described it. Is that the guy who was telling us about the lady who ripped other people's faces off because her face got ripped off? It was just how you described it. It was hilarious. Her face didn't get ripped off. Where she was ripping other people's faces off. Okay. Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise. But its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. Well, aren't you just I'm the warrior of light! You don't disrespect me. Go to airship landing.
Hey, Daddy.
Yep.
When I was describing her, I actually didn't know how, but I knew. I was like, is that the guy who was, I was gonna say, is that the guy who tell us about the lady who's ripping other people's faces off because her face got messed up? But I wanted to say her face got ripped off too.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. What news, Sokka? For my part, the Elder Seedseer was most amenable to our requirements. A former woodweller and a seasoned adventurer, our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Ul'dah whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavor to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Let's buy us a ticket. Airship ticket, man.
Well, wait, before we do that, can we see how much it would cost for Ul'dah to go there? He's gonna cost almost, yeah. And how much is this gonna cost?
120.
Oh, wow. That's not even half of it. That's just like, wow. That's like super cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should start doing this more often.
You loaded faster this time.
No, this guy loaded faster because he just popped right in front of us. Pop. He was like, pop.
Alright, go to Husting Strip.
Dada, I haven't been to Ul'dah in a long time. Like, I haven't been here in a long time. The only time I've been here was to for that meeting. And that was like a few quests. That was probably like 5 quests to go.
Ul'dah, the gilded city, where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Sokka. You said let us descend to lower parts? Then let's do it! Yeah!
I barely did any damage. I thought I was gonna do more. Oh well. For how much I have, that did like nothing. Ooh.
Ooh, look who it is. Do you remember this person?
Hold up, don't tell me. Let me look at him.
Okay.
Wildred.
Wilred.
Don't tell me who it is.
Okay.
I know this guy. I can't remember what he was for though.
Mm-hmm,
I remember though. I can't remember what he did though. Oh.
What?
Oh. Oh, it's little amigo, wasn't it?
Yep, that's right. Yep, good job. Alright, Wait, you're the man who came to Little Amigo. Oh, you started talking to him. That's what you did you?
I know, because I was trying to check. And I was like,
cheating.
oh.
You spoiled it. You're a man who came to Little Amigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't. I'd probably be dead. And a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Anyway, that disaster really got me to thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I'd been manipulated and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man. So here I am, a new company of champions? And you say it will take me to all corners of the realm? That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I've prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. I like him.
Why?
He's just a cool dude. He's passionate. Cares about his people and is trying to fight for him. Even if he gets it wrong. He has a good heart.
I'm sure y'all will get along just fine.
Lambert. Aye, you'd surprise me. You'd be surprised what rumors drift down to Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours, and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for.
No, we're not.
He said we're getting money from the syndicate. You know who that is?
No, I forgot.
Those people who were voting at the table.
Oh, okay. I remember now.
All of them except for the girl in pink. She's a royalist. She's sort of like the queen.
The princess kind.
Yeah, princess. They basically rule half and half. She has half power, and then the other ones all have the other half together. A company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire? Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of neighboring nation. You're like, nah, man, I'm simple. I'm saying I'm a simple trader. Merchant.
Yeah, there could be trader merchants. Is this Pearl Lane again? Of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
It looks kind of dark.
Do you remember who this girl is? Sister Orson?
I know.
Who?
The the girl who that guy with the scratch was like, "Hey, you took my bread," or something like that, and she really bought it.
Nope.
Something like that.
Close.
Oh, what was it then?
She works at the church at Drybound. At first we thought she was the one who was tricking the poor people into becoming sacrifices for Ifrit. But then we found out that it was actually the dude who caused all the trouble against that girl with the meat.
Oh.
She works for the church. We saved her from some Garlands who were trying to attack her.
I was kind of close.
Yep, you were close.
I do remember that girl, though. She looks similar, like that coat and stuff.
She does. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I'm Orson, of the Church of Saint Adama Landama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. And I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on Drybone's less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion Thancred, was it? Listen, don't worry about Thancred. Ah, 'tis new companions you seek then. Your proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking.
Why'd she mention Thancred?
Because he was there with us. Trying to figure out.
No. She likes Thancred.
She likes him. Yeah, she does like him. Yeah, she does. Alright, so we got one last one. Yeah, definitely.
She wouldn't have asked if she didn't have seen him. She didn't see him, so she's probably looking like his just friend thing.
You supposed to be working for the church and you worried about Thancred. You was a tall lady.
I know, you're like a Highlander. Probably are.
I'm sorry? You wish to recruit me? Is this some new fashion manner of propositioning a lady? No, I ain't asking you to go out with me. Well, I'm afraid you are wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, sir.
You suck.
Maybe she likes this little dude right here. Maybe that's her boyfriend or something. All right, let's go back to Alfino.
And he saw you, and she's like, sorry, I already have a boyfriend. Sorry.
Probably so.
Alfino?
Yeah, so we need to go to the Chamber of Rule. It's the last.
You mean the Royal Promenade?
It's both of those things.
Oh. I had to break something. Okay. Cutscene. What?
You're funny. How fared you, Sokka? What hidden gems did the streets of Ul'dah offer up to your unrelenting gaze? No one. A single Alamingan youth? Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorze's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Sokka. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. Hi. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitments is over, the documents signed, and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. You were concerned by the syndicate's involvement? As was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as the rumors and doubt surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn the people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. Woo woo, we making a new company, Katara. We setting out on the ship, Katara. We gone.
Sick. Haven't seen him since the Crystal Tower.
Nah, that's just a regular ship.
Oh.
Just like the one we used to fly, it just didn't show it. We bought tickets. 120 a kilo.
Tell me, General.
It's
What
voice
think you of
activated in the words
Alfino's
of
bold
Katara.
endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
The unprincipled worms.
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the warrior of light would betray our cause.
No, we wouldn't.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands.
Oh, poor baby.
Cannot be done about Kalechi.
She's worried.
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Oh, poor baby.
Oh. Oh, she's crying. Oh. Oh. She actually went
Have
to
faith, Your
Rabban
Grace.
and that,
It is not over.
That was cute.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly how I feel when I'm sad. I want to go to you or Mama.
Oh.
And maybe Asher will come hug me.
Alright, we can do teleport. We're back to more donuts.
You mean return?
That's what I said.
Oh, you said teleport.
I did?
Yeah, you said teleport.
Oh, my bad.
It's fine.
What I meant was
Even if you
teleport.
You mean return?
Just messing with you.
I wasn't mad about it. You're upset.
I know.
I do it all the time. Y'all don't know how often I do it. What the? Oh. Over here.
But yeah, I remember he, what she's mad about is that they can't do anything about, Lola
His
Rico.
name.
Yeah, because he, remember he started that riot and got a lot of people killed so that he could try to get access to that land that has all that technology on it. And even though they know who started it, they don't have proof. And so they can't do anything
Yes,
about
they do.
it.
We could have. Whoever was listening to our conversation can just tell them.
Yeah. Well, the proof was that merchant, but somebody shot him with an arrow. That was the proof. But he was killed.
The person who shot him with the arrow is probably the one who was listening.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
So we don't know who that is. So there's no way. And he works for the bad people. So there's no way to get proof of who did it. So that's why she's upset, because those rich people are doing bad things, but there's nothing they can do about it until they get proof and catch them in the act. Huh?
They need to get cameras.
Well, they don't have cameras.
Oh, dang it.
Alright, let's talk to... Plus, it was outside. It wasn't, like, inside the city. Remember?
Oh, right.
There was a demonstration. People live outside. Alright, Alphino. Sigh. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. But I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Sokka. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. Completion.
Then talk to Minfilia.
Yep. Heretical harassment. Greetings, Sokka. Alphino tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alphino to see that all is in readiness. So I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slackmore might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there's aught he requires? Okay.
What's heretical harassment?
Heretical?
Yeah, what's that?
Heretical is... So there's what's called a heretic. That's someone who... It's like a Christian heretic would be someone who claims to be a Christian but doesn't believe that Jesus was God. That would make him a heretic. And he teaches other people that to be a true Christian, you have to believe that Jesus wasn't God, but that he was a regular man with special powers or something. So that would make him a heretic. So heretical harassment would be someone who claims to be something, but they don't. They claim. So it'd be like someone who claims to be a Christian, but they believe false things that make them not a Christian, but they still claim to be a Christian, and so they're harassing somebody. So that's heretical harassment. That's how I think about it. But heretical could be for anyone of any kind of belief. So, if someone believes in it, Zeus,
I call him Zetus.
or if someone believes in Leviathan. What can I do for you, Sokka? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions.
Leviabetus.
Ha! I barely noticed your recruits arrived. 'Twas barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passing through here every day. While I appreciate your offer of aid, 'tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slaftborn, the shipment! We couldn't... And so it begins. Gods, woman, what befell? We were bringing... How about you talk for the girl?
Okay, we were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll provisions marked for frontier effort. Just while we sought to cross over more donuts, we set upon
By brigands.
by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. There were too many. We only escaped with lives abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us.
There's not to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Wait a minute. Whence did the supplies originate? House Forton. We collected the Oh, sorry, that's you.
I know, right? As for Toms, collect the provisions from Dragonhead proper.
Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Sokka, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Forton? I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. I'll do it. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Honchefont will be glad of your assistance. Honchefont!
Dragonhead.
Yep. So in this case, the heretics would be, Ishgard fights dragons and kills them to protect Ishgard. So a heretic would be someone who was born in Ishgard, but is on the dragon side. That makes them a heretic. And so heretical harassment would be someone like that who is harassing people. In this case, people who are bringing supplies to Mordona. They attack the shipment so they can steal the supplies. So it's heretical harassment. So I guess that's more of a heretic. It'd be someone who actually opposes what they once believed. That's a heretic. So I apologize, I was wrong earlier. Now that I think about it.
So, like, if I believed in Leviabetus, and then I believed in Titan.
If first you believed in Leviabetus, but then not only then you opposed the belief of Leviabetus. So other people who believe in Leviabetus, maybe you attack them, or kill them, or imprison them. Or, some kind of way you are in opposition to them. An opponent. That makes you a heretic. Well, if it isn't my fine friend Sokka Water, would you care for a plate of roast karakul? Some mulled wine? No? I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. Hi. When the cold sets in. Except cutscene. Is it voice activated in Katara's words?
Yeah.
The incident with the New Frontier
Oh,
hands?
we started
No, you need
early.
not elaborate. I have been following
What
their
do you mean?
progress
All
with
I
no
did was
small
click
amount
X
of
like 4
interest.
times.
Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service.
What part are you
The
on?
existence of a fortified outpost in
Brave
Mordona will do
men and
much to
women and
dissuade
all.
the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil.
Okay, we're on the same part.
Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart.
Iceheart.
But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Halone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again.
Erock.
Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Thank you.
What part you on?
I'm done.
Oh. Well, I just finished the last little bubble.
Okay, do you want to keep going, or do you want to go ahead and call it a lot?
Let's finish this quest and then we can call it a lot.
Okay.
Let's not upset the viewers. Hey, where'd you go? There you are.
Flying on a white cloud.
I'm flying on a machinic.
A machinic?
Do we have to go all the way up?
No, just go up twice.
What?
Coming up here with that big old behemoth. Sokka, is there aught you would ask of me? Pray, speak plainly. I am a man of action and need no honeyed words. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the fury! But you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess, then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number, They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this Ice Heart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhap you would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Height, 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 height.
Hey, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Mistreated merchant. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I am quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly Blackhearts. I was traveling my usual route to White Brim Font. Shit, can you try to give her a binky?
Okay, I'm coming over.
I was traveling to my usual route to White Brim Font when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals. They were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived it all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. So we need to go to Snowcloak. Did you talk to him? Okay. Time to fly. There's people on the ground.
Wait, don't go yet, don't you go yet. Okay.
Ooh, boy, we killed the game. They weren't ready for all them hits. He was giving them these hands.
Hold up. Shouldn't we fly?
No, it's right here.
Oh.
House during their night. Gah! Draw your weapon, foul! Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come seeking heretics? Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths.
Is this a fight?
No. There she is. Lady Iceheart. Interesting.
I know who she is, I think.
You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff? Could it be Iceheart herself come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. It would be best were we to return to Whitebrim Font and lay our suspicions before Lord Drillmont. Let us fly. Coming from the roof. Like, jeez. Oh, it's a behemoth up here! I'm joking. This way. He can just fall.
Whoa, that did a lot of damage.
Sokka, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. That they should be bested so handily. I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. 'Twould be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Horsefawn of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. Ho, ho, ho. You can ride the teleport. You sleep?
Huh?
You sleep?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, you are. Why you always lying? Every time you get sleepy, I'm not sleepy.
But I'm not sleeping.
You are sleepy.
Not at all.
We're almost done with this quest. Is this voice activated?
Your return
It
is
is.
most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody.
Huh?
But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak?
Aye.
Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Alright, so we can do return now, and that will end that quest. Why are you so quiet?
Hmm?
Why are you so quiet?
No reason.
Because you're sleepy.
No.
Sleepy. Sleepy. Sokka, tis good to see you return to the toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Karthus? House Four Taunces to send a second shipment? I must send thanks to Lord Honcho for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract ever greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alpha News new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats.
Which one?
Money. Ooh.
I should have got the head.
It's up to you, but this is the last quest.
I already picked the goal, but I should have got the head.
Oh, okay.
I like the head. I could have did the visor because it looked like it comes up and down.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to do
well.
one more quest, or go ahead? No, we'll go ahead and call it. We'll finish it tomorrow, or whenever we stream next. Alright, guys. Well, appreciate you watching. See you on the next one. I knew you were sleepy. I knew it. I'm about to tweet our viewers and tell them she actually was sleepy the whole time, and tweet. Alright, see you guys. Appreciate you. Love you. Mean it. Never change. Deuces.